Doesn't get much more classic than this. This trumpet's from 1939. It plays great. You want to watch this show and tell of this beautiful old super trumpet coming up. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, it's Trent Austin from Austin Custom Brass. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching these videos, and if you ever have a suggestion for a new video or a mini lesson, just post them in the comments here. Check out this horn. This is so wonderful. It's so wonderful, it's super. You know I have an old super cornet, and we'll link the video of my super cornet. I'm a huge fan of the Olds products. The only horn in my shop that will never be sold is the Olds Clark Terry model flugelhorn that I have. And of course, I have a few old super recordings, which I think is arguably one of the most sought after vintage trumpets ever made. This trumpet is almost as good as the super recordings that I have. There's a little bit difference in refinement of the sound, and the ones that I have been restored. So you have to take that into consideration as well. But this horn is all original, and it's in really great shape. That's the original lacquer that you see. I mean, it has some wear on it. You can see that. It has some little mute pings and the like on the horn. But that is original finish, folks, from 1939. 1939. One of the cool things I love, and I have it on my super recordings too, is check out the post here. That post is adjustable, so you can unscrew it and then move the post to set the length of how far you want the kick slide to go out. Brilliant. This horn has had a Del Quadro valve alignment, but otherwise it's all original. And those are the original valves. Now, I would recommend using like a heavier oil on them, like Burp 3, because they're not pristine in terms of the compression, but they feel great, and it does not sound and feel like the horn leaks a tremendous amount. And you could tell by playing in the low register primarily. Hold on. Usually when a horn has bad compression, two things will happen. It will be super slippery, and you can't really slot low register notes. In this case, it's fine. It's not slippery. It's very, very targeted. I love that. And look how the bell is so narrow. It's a two-piece bell. You could actually see the seam right. You could actually see it on the camera right above where my finger is. You'll see that seam. A lot of bells of olds in this time period were, and this is a very similar flare to my super recording. Perhaps my super recording flare is slightly bigger, but not much. So of course the old supers have that wonderful nickel silver bell garland, which reinforces the sound, and it really does help the targeting. I was going to play a little bit more in the low register so you can hear that. And that might sound like a random noodle, which it kind of was, but the low C, when you could play it open, that's always personally, and I know this doesn't make much sense, but it is the fundamental of the trumpet in terms of our harmonic series, that when the low C pops out when you play the trumpet or cornet or flugelhorn, flugelhorns are a little bit easier because the bore and the conical nature, but a trumpet especially, when you pop out that low C open, that means that, for me, that the horn is a good horn, and this horn is good. Let me turn down, I think my mic was peaking a little bit. And again, the mic is nice, but it's completely raw. There's no reverb, there's no sweetening, there's no EQ. It's literally just me playing about a foot away from the microphone. It's very, very accurate taping of what these trumpets sound like. one of my trumpet heroes, Blue Mitchell. If you know the album The Thing to Do, which has that great song Funju Mama, which is like a rhythm changes based, rhythm changes in G for the trumpet, F concert. The reason I mentioned that album, oh, I'm blurry again, and a reminder, this isn't my normal camera. I still can't get my really nice camera to be working with my laptop. I think my laptop's on its last legs here. So, but Blue Mitchell recorded The Thing to Do on, not this trumpet, but the same model, the old Super. A very, very, very solid trumpet. And if you wanted to play classical music, it works quite well as well. So let's do a little bit of the Kennan Sonata. This will be um, a mind melt for me because I haven't played this in a long time. I owe you an A flat, of course. I'll play something that I actually can remember. I'll stick to my day job, I understand. How about something lyrical? So that's a quick tour of the old Super Trumpet we have on consignment at ACB. A beautiful horn, just plays wonderfully well, and is a classic from 1939. 1939. They don't make them like they used to, that's for sure. If you have a second, hit that subscribe button, stay up to date with us, and keep on keeping on. Keep practicing during these times. Gigs are going to be plentiful very soon, so just stay the course, and happy shedding, y'all. Take care. Cheers.